Hello, good day to you. My name is Arnold Munez, and I will be your MAPEH teacher of the day. Still, we are on our Southeast Asian Music MAPEH 8. Yun. Um, the last time around, we were able to talk about the music of Myanmar, and this time, we will have the music of Malaysia. So, without further ado, let's have the presentation right now. Here we go. Music of Malaysia. Mhm. Yan. Malaysia is a constitutional monarchy in Southeast Asia. Makikita nyo dun sa map. Look at it. Mhm. Dalawa. Hinati sa dalawa yung Malaysia. And look at the bottom part of our Philippines. Our dear Philippines. Makikita nyo class. Nandun lang sa dulo, Malaysia na. So yan. So they are a constitutional monarchy in Southeast Asia. Malaysia is divided into two regions. Okay, two regions. West Malaysia and the East Malaysia. Now the West Malaysia class is also known as Peninsular Malaysia. And the second one, the East Malaysia, is also called or consists of 13 states and 3 federal territories. So you might be wondering why it's called states and it's called federal because, as we all know, they are in federal kind of government. And like us, we are democratic kind of government, so we don't call our regions as states or we don't have states, okay? We are one state. The Philippines is just one state, one nation. We don't have federal territories, unlike Malaysia. Okay, so you have to remember that. hmm So it has 13 states and, of course, 3 federal territories. The country is a multi-ethnic and multicultural, which plays a large role in developing their culture. And the constitution declares Islam as the state religion while protecting freedom of religion. Ibig sabihin nun, class, you can still have your own religion. You are not, you know, hindi kayo pipigilan na gawin ng inyong, kung anong religion ninyo. You can still practice and you have the right to have your own religion in Malaysia. But it is in their constitution, it is declared that Islam is their state religion. The Buddhism or not Catholic or not Christian or whatever. Okay, they are into Islam. Just like us, because Philippines is a predominated Catholic or Christian kind of religion. We only have few in each cities, but most of the time we find Islam in Mindanao. hmm And multiracial groups that influence Malaysia's music genre. So they have 7 at least. They have Malay, the Chinese, the Indian, the Iban, Dayak, Kadazunduzon, and Eurasians. Ang dami nilang musical influences. Mhm. And Kuala Lumpur class is the federal capital and the most populous city in Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur. I wish we could go there one time, one day. So do not stop dreaming about going out of the country and visit Kuala Lumpur because it's a very nice country. This is the Kuala Lumpur, and you will see the Twin Tower of Petronas. It's so beautiful, amazing. You have a very big metropolitan, and of course you will find there the Petronas Twin Towers, the tallest twin towers in the world. We don't have the what do you call this one, the twin towers in New York because it was already gone in the 911 incident. Mm, our tower there, the twin towers. And yes, that's our Petronas Twin Towers located there. You will find that one in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The music of Malaysia may be categorized into two types: the classical and folk music, and syncretic or acculturated music. So, what is classical and folk music, class? It emerged during the pre colonial period and still exists in the form of vocal, dance, and theatrical music, while the syncretic or acculturated music is developed during the post Portuguese period in the 16th century. So, matagal na. So, the category, you have only two categories actually: the predominated classical folk music and the syncretic and acculturated music. That's the categories of Malaysian music. The musical instruments of Malaysia are greatly associated with their culture and roots. Due to colonization, the stages of development of Malaysian instruments are great. They share some common features with Indian musical instruments. After the colonization of Malaysia by the British, the musical development was influenced by Western music, just like the Philippines, class. So our music is predominantly influenced by the Western music, and until now, we could hardly point out what's ours and what's not, because we were colonized by Western countries. For example, the during the Spaniards, right? The Spanish and the Spain country, or the Spaniards, came to us and colonized us for over 300 years. So just try to imagine how vast and how great their influence to us in terms of culture, especially in music. Well, Malaysia, of course, they also have that one because they were colonized by the British. They were also colonized, in some point they were under Indians because of what do you call this one? Because of barters during the time, business wise. So they have that one. So they were influenced by that, the Malay people. But of course, they cannot go away with their own style of music, because one way or another they were able to develop their own after all those colonization thingy. All right, class. Here we go. The musical and symbol and types of performances in Malaysia. So they have pictures right here. See that one? They have the instruments, their own kind of instruments. Uh, Actually, if we're going to compare with other what it calls one Southeast Asian countries, we have common denominators when it comes to musical instruments. See, no one. Oh, you have of course the dance, the costumes. They also have the one. And now let's try to look at the performances, musical performances of Malaysia. There's ensemble in one way or another. We were able to identify their musical instrument, hear their music, and here we go. Without further ado, it's what? There you go. Those are some of the performances from Malaysia. So we're able to see the musical ensemble in one way or another. We have in common with the Philippines and with other um, countries in the Southeast Asia. So very common na yung kanilang gongs, yung kanilang mga metallophones, yung kanilang string instruments. So we cannot really go away with those because we are brothers, sisters for Christ's sake dito sa region natin. Magkamukha nga tayo, yung mga mukha natin pareho lang sa kanila. We have para lang mga Pinoy, di ba? So, uh, there you are. There we were able to uh, identify their music in one way or another. Alright. So, nalaman din natin na yung may category sila, dalawang category, meron din silang types and meron silang mga influences coming from different countries in the region, but most of them were, you know, were really taken from India and Chinese or something. Because as I've said, they are multicultural, from Indians to Chinese to Malay. So ganyan ka diverse ang Malaysia. Next time we will be discussing on Thailand. So prepare for that and be sure to tune in for the Thailand music. Okay. Now, tingnan nyo naman yung background, di ba? And thank you once again for the teachers who will be using these videos. Do not hesitate to download this one. This is just for free. All you have to do is to download it sa YouTube channel sa MAPEH Teacher ako. YouTube channel, which is me, of course. The owner of the channel. And just try to hit subscribe, of course, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated with all the MAPEH videos. And for those who are asking how I did this one, how this setup is done, yeah, I will be posting some videos how this is done and what are the tools to be used for this kind of video. Thank you once again. My name is Arnold Munez and see you again next time. Peace out.